Шановні журналісти, ми
Dear journalists, we continue our working day in the Ukrainian Crisis Media Center, UCMC. We are going to talk about Mariupol, demilitarization Shyrokyno. May I remind you that the briefing of Gennady Zubko regarding the investigation of the Boeing 777 tragedy has been postponed till 1600, and now our speakers are Galina Odnorog, Coordination Council of Mariupol, Valeriy Krupenia, activist of Mariupol, Ninel Gelman, Ostapenko, both activists of Mariupol, and Tatiana Babikova is a former resident of the village of Shyrokyno. You have the floor. Good afternoon. Mariupol Galina, coordinating volunteer and council of the city of Mariupol. We came here to Kiev with a photo exhibition to show how the ceasefire is not being observed, or Minsk agreements number 1 and 2 are not observed, and what we can expect at the Minsk agreement number 3. After Minsk agreement number 2, we had tragedy in Shyrokyno in the eastern district, also in Volnovakha, after the first agreements. After the second agreements, we have Shyrokyno, we have Berdyansk. What you can expect after the third Minsk agreements. And the most important today question which we face today, demilitarization of Shyrokyno. I'm a volunteer who travels to the fighters to the front line. We know what the Mayak or beacon position, how our guys were holding that foothold for 4 months, how people they were initially, how many were killed and wounded, and just to leave that area, just, like that is something which we could not leave. If you retreat 800 meters, you'll be in a pit. So nobody gives us any guarantees, neither OSCE nor LPR or DPR. We do not perceive those, and we do not have anybody to agree with. And I witness every day the violation of all the agreements. And we brought here the photo exhibition to demonstrate that there is no observation of the agreements, so that the world could see what is what here, and what has been done to guarantee real peace in our country, in our state. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Ostapenko. I'm head of the youth organization Ukraine, Young Ukraine. As the previous speaker said, we need not ceasefire but peace, because we are talking about mass casualties, and they talk about the ceasefire today. It's senseless, it's just to talk about new victims and new casualties. We already have, after the ceasefire, the Ilovaisk, Donetsk airport, which they repeatedly told us about, that we are not going to retreat a single meter or consider a single meter of Ukrainian soil. We never leave it. The same story is told today. We are told by the military guy. We are going to retreat from Shyrokyno to the safe distance, and then not another step. And in other words, they try to prepare us that they're going to surrender the city. Also, there was the law, draft law adopted in Verkhovna Rada not to have elections in the Donetsk region. What does it mean? They no longer believe this is Ukrainian soil. When we had the presidential elections in Mariupol, we had the gangsters and the criminals who came to the polling stations and tried to intimidate the electorate, but we conducted the presidential elections, and then to the Verkhovna Rada. Again, we did that surrounded by the bandits and gangsters, and now when our city Mariupol is government controlled, they deprive us of this constitutional right to vote or to elect. And we brought here the exhibition, and the people, deputies of Verkhovna Rada, they came and they just to look at the photographs. They could not believe their own eyes. They never were in Mariupol in those areas. Maybe somebody visited the city just on the skirts of the city, and they asked, "Does it really? Can it really happen?" And we said, "Yes, it's absolutely real." Or terrorist act in the eastern district with the blood and death, whatever, and we have the people there. We do not want our city to be given to the enemy. We do not want our military guys to retreat from the city. Valeriy Krupenia, representative of the consumer rights protection activists in Mariupol. We brought here a unique exhibition of what correspondent Ninel Gelman. We had a tragedy in Mariupol during the funeral procedure in Shyrokyno. Quite a few people fell victim to shelling. When Nikolai came there and started to take pictures, he saw in the lens and his camera, he saw just half of the body of his wife, and he actually brought here this real exhibition with the terrible pictures, and we would like to show what will happen to Mariupol and what will happen to Shyrokyno if they demilitarize Shyrokyno, if they take the troops away from Shyrokyno, among other things. Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm the resident of the city of Mariupol, of the Eastern District, where on January 24 they bombed the whole district. We as residents of the city of Mariupol address or would like to tell President of Ukraine as the chief commander of the army about the inadmissibility to take away the military men from the strategic point near Shyrokyno, because this will result in a killing of the 500,000 population strong Mariupol, because the militants will immediately occupy Shyrokyno and our city will be jeopardized. And we try to prevent the further the damage of Mariupol recently. If this decision is taken, we are going to become the live shield. This is not a request, this is the cry for help. That's it. Good afternoon, Nikolai Ryabchenko. The exhibition which you brought here, I took the pictures for that when the war started. The photos taken within 1 year. We actually went to all the terrorist acts, to all the shellings and bombardments. It's very difficult to see those pictures. I like this pilot trip of this terrible industrial exhibition to Kiev. We are going to take it to different parts and cities of Ukraine. It's very important to show to the whole world what's going on. We actually showed those photos near the Verkhovna Rada. The people did not believe us because, what they could see on the TV is something different. It's not that collection of photos. It was very painful to me to see the tears in the eyes of those people who looked at those pictures. There were some people from the United States and Belarus, and all of them, they say that this is really an excellent idea. You have to take this photo exhibition the world over, and it's through that exhibition to prevent the onset of the Third World War, and to prevent the Russian onslaught, let's say, or the attack to Mariupol, Kherson, Nikolaev, and to Lviv, where Putin would like to get. We should not allow demilitarization of Shyrokyno. Today our army occupies the dominating height. If you leave that height, they will again fire the eastern district. And then the whole world, the whole Ukraine will be jeopardized. Thank you. Tatiana Babikova, resident of the village of Shyrokyno. Shyrokyno is ruined. And we, the residents of Shyrokyno and representatives of the older generation, we used to live and we had a friendly life with all the ethnic groups of the former USSR. So I address all the honorable people of honor, so that they know how we actually thought that all our 15 former Soviet republics and residents there were our brothers. I appeal to the people of honor in honesty, because here we are ruled by the business, not the wisdom is reigned here. So I request all the people of honor become the shield on the way of its brother killing war. We remained deprived of our dwellings after so many years of hard work. So please pay attention to the fact that Russia does not even concede that they send their troops here, and despite the fact that we have to maintain the brotherly and friendly relationship, but they come here to us and send here the real big time experts, artillery experts, and all the other soldiers and military guys to be involved in this brother killing, murderous war. So we have to investigate each case of each our house ruined, or any casualty, any life wasted. All the forces of the world, we call upon you, stop this awful war which brings shame to our houses and homes. Thank you very much. If you have something to add, if not, maybe there are some questions among the journalists. While the journalists are still thinking, we have the question from the CMC. We can see that this exhibition is real mobile. Are you going to demonstrate this exhibition somewhere, kind of the fixed exhibition, I mean, or where do you plan to bring this exhibition later? Unfortunately, leaving tonight, we are going to show this exhibition on Maidan, but the rest will depend who is going to extend the invitation to us. We are volunteers. We came here for our own money. May I add, this exhibition, we already bought the tickets. We are going to go to the Greece territory of the Cyprus island, and we had some diaspora, and they actually collected 100 euros and they sent us. So we are going to bring this exhibition there to the island of Cyprus. Thank you. Also, we are going to visit Kiev more and show those places or sites, or those sites we are going to visit where we have, from where we are going to have the invitations. This is only part of the photos. This actually mobile exhibition, we just selected about 100 photos. It was very painful to look at the people who were seeing those photographs were crying, bitter tears, Perhaps on behalf of the MC, we can invite you to show your exhibition in our space. Behind the scenes, we have the Art Media Lounge. Or we could do that somewhere around in September, I believe. Thank you very much. We do hope that our authorities, in particular President, will hear you, and we'll stick to the idea. This is Ukraine territory. Thank you. Our next